Here we go once again with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have is the Japanese handled version of a very popular line of knives, and people have been asking for it, and Mark did get them developed and brought them in. So this is the Kanehide Ps60 Wa, or Japanese handled Gyuto 240mm knife. The blade is the same shape, same material, same performance as the Western handled versions. It's just in a different package. So same great attributes as the original. So the heat treats, or I should say the core steel is what's known as Ps60 or Pure Steel 60 stainless. It's full stainless. I think they have a cryogenic treatment on it to increase toughness a little bit. They are easy to sharpen, and they've got decent edge retention and very good stain resistance as well. Heat treats around 60 run rock well on that steel. The construction is mono steel, so there's no cladding or layers. It's just one hunk of steel, shaped to dimensions. And the weight is about 153 grams or 5.4 ounces on these, so lighter than their Western counterparts. Edge length about 242 millimeters on the edge, or 9.5 inches. Overall length about 400 millimeters. Spine thickness is about 2¼ millimeters coming out of the handle, and then about 2 millimeters halfway down I measured, and then about the last, I'd say, 1.5 inches or so, they start tapering down, and it gets pretty thin at the edge. So the edge, the tip performs quite nicely. These are 50.5 millimeters tall at the back of the blade, so generous height for board clearance. You've got an octagonal walnut handle with a maple ferrule on it, about 77 millimeters or 3 inches in circumference, where the maple meets the walnut, and tight. It looks like pretty nice install on the handle. You've got a generous spot here in the neck for your finger for a pinch grip, so these work really nice for a pinch grip. Balance point is just about there, which for me and probably for a lot of people is going to be pretty close to your pinch grip, almost right on the money. So this is a pretty good sized blade, but it's got a light flickable feel to it. Very, very nicely done. This has all the attributes of the original, as I said, with the nice steel, nice fit and finish, sharp out of the box. The right side of the blade especially, you'll see kind of a polished section towards the edge where they thin it out towards the edge for performance. You've got some screened on kanji on the right side of the blade. See if we can get a good beauty shot here. Left side of the blade is plain. And they just got a very nice taper from the spine down to the edge, so they're quite thin at the edge. Performance is quite nice on these. And rounded spine, rounded choil, sharp out of the box, so they're pretty much just pull them out and start working away. Looks like on these handles they've been putting a finish on them, so you don't really need to seal them. Looks like they're pre-sealed out of the box. Here's your profile. It's just a good all-around 240 millimeter Gyuto profile. You've got the tip, has a fair amount of belly towards that, so you can get pretty high on a rock. They'll rock really nicely, but still you've got a little bit of flat towards the back, so you could chop a little, push-pull cuts, guillotine and glide, those kind of things. So just a good all-around profile. So these are a solid line of knives. They've been well received, and Mark sold a lot of them, and so he brought those in a Japanese package. So if you're looking for that, here they are. So this is the Kanehide Ps60 Wa Gyuto 240mm knife.